Burger to throw on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. The catch, it's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time. That it helped them at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tough. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Navarro Bowman coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit, here we go. Green, 30-90. Green, 30-90. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll go as a 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
All right, here we go.
Before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 1-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. From the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are...
And he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Detroit! 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 Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone!
They'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They only needed a few inches there on second, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure with their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the first down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
They'll look to throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Detroit!
One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go. 3-19. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second.
Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
So we have reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now a handoff looking right. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Yeah, baby.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Oakland. 45 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Need to fourth down. Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Pulled in at the 24. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So out come the Raiders. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Here we go now. No. Check. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now back to throw. Floating one, incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you somehow force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection, so you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield, so you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. You cannot guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance, not with him.
He gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's Roethlisberger. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them. 2
scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that.
And oh, it's blocked. And all the defense has it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No, no doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And some space here. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go now. Leopard. All right, now look at Leopard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
3-19. Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he spins past him and into space. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Time for a break. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit, here we go. Detroit. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
No. Check. Watch it now, Barney. Green 39. Green 39. Over. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, he had height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Ben to throw again. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. I'm here all day. Gone. Detroit. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Detroit. Gone.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them.